Here's what they're saying. The latest lawsuit from Justin Baldoni is another chapter in the abuser playbook. This is an age-old story. A woman speaks up with concrete evidence of SH and retaliation, and the abuser attempts to turn the tables on the victim. This is what experts call DARVO, deny, attack, reverse, victim, offender. Hey, Blake, tell me you didn't read Justin's lawsuit without telling me. Oh, okay, this is how you do it. Blake Lively's just gonna deny, avoid, ignore. She's gonna act like all the things that Justin pointed out that are very valid are just, abuser playbook tactics. Blake Lively has responded to Justin Baldoni's 179-page, $400 million lawsuit, and her response has only made me want to support Justin even louder. Him defending himself just proves he's the abuser. She doesn't address any of the actual valid things that Justin points out in his lawsuit and instead just goes on the attack. She's taking a playbook from the Amber Heard tactics playbook, sadly. They are trying to shift the narrative to Miss Lively by falsely claiming that she seized creative control, and alienated the cast from Mr. Baldoni. The evidence will show that the cast and others had their own negative experiences with Mr. Baldoni and Wayfarer. She wanted it. It's her fault. Their justifications for why this happened to her: look what she's wearing. In short, while the victim focuses on the abuse, the abuser focuses on the victim. I've avoided bringing up Amber Heard. I don't like to compare things, but to bring up the Darvo and try to label it a Justin is exactly what Amber Heard did to Johnny Depp. Darvo tactics: when the alleged offender denies the behavior, attacks the accuser, and reverses the role of victim and offender, was not confined to the courts. According to the U.S. academic who coined the term, Darvo has studied the tactics used by alleged predators. Social media was used to undermine Heard's case and bolster Depp's. Gee, I wonder why it was overwhelming. Because she was caught lying.
Matt Damon, Ben Affleck's lifelong friend and longtime collaborator, allegedly dropped a bombshell about Affleck's past with Blake Lively. Yes, you heard that right. The same Blake Lively famed for her charm and comedic poise might just be at the center of a twisted rumor about betrayal, hidden trysts, and an exposed web of deceit. Can you believe it? Hollywood is no stranger to secrets, but this one strikes at the heart of an unshakable bromance. When the rumors first leaked, fans and critics alike gasped. Why would Damon do this? Why stir up the hornet's nest? Some say it's a breaking point, Damon's final exasperation with Affleck's manipulative double life. Others swear it's all a smear campaign. But either way, the allegations alone have fueled a raging inferno of speculation. Is it outrageous? Absolute. Does it reek of desperation and betrayal? Without question. Word on the street suggests that while Affleck paraded around as the charismatic and devoted partner to Jennifer Lopez, and once to Jennifer Garner, he might have had more than a passing interest in Blake. Even more shocking is how Damon supposedly confirmed it. It's like watching a betrayal within a betrayal. Affleck's best friend now stepping forward to call him out? Or maybe Damon just had enough of the smoke and decided it was time to lay the facts on the table. Buckle up, because the meltdown is just beginning, and the evidence seeping out from behind Hollywood's glitzy curtains is about to reveal one explosive revelation after another. The rumor mill says Matt Damon went off record at an intimate gathering, letting slip a startling claim that Affleck's so-called fling with Blake Lively wasn't just an innocent passing crush. There was something tangible, something that ran deeper than your average coworker camaraderie. Damon, usually the measured, level-headed friend, supposedly confided to close pals that Affleck's behind-the-scenes behavior on the town was downright unsettling. The tension, palpable, the flirty banter, way too intense for comfort. And if the chatter's to be believed, Damon felt compelled to warn Affleck to dial it back before it scorched his entire personal life. Why would Damon do that? This is where it gets twisted. Some say Damon was tired of playing damage control for Affleck's repeated slip-ups. Others paint Damon as the honest friend who tried to save a buddy from his own worst impulses. Either way, Damon's alleged admission is the kind of blow that cracks wide open the pristine image of Affleck as the reformed family man, leading fans everywhere to wonder, who is the real Ben Affleck behind the spotlight? And if Damon had to come forward, even in hush-hush circles, just imagine the gravity of what he might have seen. Suddenly, the best friend duo that once inspired aspiring filmmakers everywhere looks more like a tangled mess of regrets and recriminations. But let's keep digging. Let's step back and look at the heart of the rumor. Ben Affleck and Blake Lively first crossed paths on the set of The Town. He was the co-writer, director, and lead actor. She was the sassy, confident star with her own successful career. Their chemistry was undeniable on screen, but folks on set whispered it went beyond professional synergy. Some claimed late-night rehearsals turned suspiciously personal. Others pointed to how Lively locked in a budding relationship with her. Now husband Ryan Reynolds suddenly grew distant around certain coworkers whenever Affleck strolled by. The biggest shock? Word is, Jennifer Garner got whiff of this tension. Maybe it was a cryptic text on Affleck's phone. Maybe it was a not-so-subtle body language giveaway at a rap party. Regardless, rumors abound that Garner confronted Affleck behind closed doors, demanding answers. Meanwhile, Blake Lively tried her best to shrug off the swirling gossip, focusing on her rising star as a comedic darling in Hollywood. The scandal fizzled. Until now. Because if Damon has truly gone on record, or close to it, confirming that Affleck crossed a line, we're dealing with a powder keg that threatens to blow up a decade's worth of carefully managed reputations. Let's throw a few more names into the mix just to spice up this already volatile cocktail. Remember Jennifer Lopez? She was once engaged to Affleck in the early 2000s, well before The Town, then reconnected with him many years later. People are speculating that Damon's confession might unravel the newly rekindled Bennifer 2.0, because let's face it, no partner wants to hear about some hush-hush affair, especially one that might suggest a pattern of deception. And speaking of Jennifer Garner, how many times has she gracefully handled Affleck's public missteps? She famously stuck by him through personal struggles, only to eventually call it quits. If this rumored fling with Blake Lively stands as one more betrayal, it might explain Garner's seemingly unwavering decision to keep her personal boundaries tight. Then there's Ryan Reynolds, Lively's husband, known for his playful sense of humor but also fiercely protective of his family. How would he take these allegations? Are we looking at a potential behind-the-scenes meltdown between him and Affleck? Nothing is certain, but the rumor mill sure loves spinning theories about terse run-ins at glitzy events. This is the twisted tapestry that Damon might have inadvertently unraveled. By voicing whatever inside knowledge he allegedly holds, Damon effectively connects the dots for the public, demonstrating that this fiasco extends well beyond Affleck and Lively. It's not just two Hollywood stars hooking up and calling it a day. We've got relationships, reputations, families, even entire fandoms entangled in the fallout. It's a spectacle that leaves everyone second-guessing the genuine moral fiber of some of Hollywood's biggest power players. Here's where the scandal turns from outrageous to downright sinister, at least according to these rumors. The picture being painted is of a Ben Affleck who plays it cool on talk shows, smiling wide for paparazzi and championing himself as a changed man, all while orchestrating clandestine entanglements to satisfy his ego. Some claim that glimpses of secret phone calls or messages on set pointed to a deeper emotional involvement with Lively. Others hint at meltdown moments where Affleck verbally lashed out at crew members who tried to keep him on schedule, stoking suspicion about why he was always disappearing. Meanwhile, Matt Damon is said to have confronted Affleck more than once, saying something like, "Enough is enough. You're risking your marriage. You're risking everything. Is it worth it?" Now that's hearsay, but in an industry where public image is everything, an accusation this direct could crumble the fortress of trust Affleck's built with fans. Some corners of the internet are even digging up old interviews, analyzing body language, picking apart every forced laugh and sideways glance. The consensus? Affleck might just be a master manipulator, undone by his own overreaching arrogance. If he truly believed he could juggle a blossoming career, a complicated personal life, and a secret fling, well, reality might be slamming down on him pretty hard right now. Blake Lively, for her part, has always embodied a certain all-American charm, a sparkly persona that thrives in comedic roles and breezy red carpet interviews. So, how does she factor into all this scandalous chatter? Did she realize she was stepping into a minefield with a married man, or is that just hype from tabloids hungry for a juicy story? One theory suggests that Lively, ever the professional, wanted to maintain a strictly work-based relationship, but found herself cornered by Affleck's relentless pursuit. Another angle posits that the chemistry between them was mutual, though short-lived, and it ended before it could escalate into a full-blown scandal, until Damon's words rekindled the fire. Then there's the possibility that Lively never even gave Affleck a second thought, that the entire rumor grew out of a single moment on set that onlookers blew way out of proportion. But with Damon allegedly chiming in, it's a bit harder to dismiss. Why would Damon single out Lively or the alleged fling unless there was some truth behind the whispers? That's the question fueling the mania. And remember, Lively is now happily married with children, building her brand as a top-tier actress and entrepreneur. The last thing she needs is to dredge up a decade-old rumor about hooking up with a then-married co-star. For now, she keeps silent, letting the gossip swirl without a single official statement, because in Hollywood, silence can often speak louder than words. And what a fallout it's been. Ever since these allegations reignited, online forums have exploded with fans dissecting any past friction between Damon and Affleck. Remember, these two have been best buddies since childhood, soared to fame, together with Good Will Hunting, and navigated the treacherous waters of stardom side by side. Could they be heading for a permanent rift? Meanwhile, the media is zeroing in on Jennifer Garner's unflinching calm. Many are praising her for the dignity she's shown through every scandal. Others speculate that she and Damon might have compared notes years ago, each coming to terms with Affleck's rumored double dealings. The chatter around Jennifer Lopez is equally intense. Some tabloids claim she's got her own private detective on speed dial, just waiting to confirm or debunk every swirling rumor about Affleck. True or not, the renewed highlight on Affleck's relationship missteps can't be pleasant for Jay. Lo, who's trying to juggle her own press appearances and brand expansions. Add to that the possible tension with Ryan Reynolds, though there's no concrete evidence he's directly involved. Rumor lovers can't help speculating about how these big names might clash in a confrontation that sends Hollywood reeling. It doesn't stop there. Younger celebrities are asked for their take in interviews, older veterans roll their eyes at yet another Hollywood fiasco, and the entire fiasco morphs into an unstoppable gossip hurricane. Everyone wants to know, did Damon do the right thing by finally airing out the alleged truth? Or did he break some unspoken brotherhood code, crossing a line that can never be uncrossed? But that's not the whole story. People claim to have proof. Grainy text message screenshots circulating in fan groups, supposed voicemails left at odd hours, a snippet from an old behind-the-scenes documentary that shows Lively and Affleck locked in a too-close-for-comfort conversation. Tabloids plaster these exhibits front and center, fueling the circus. But are they genuine or cleverly doctored? The digital era makes it easy to fabricate illusions, and the average viewer can't always separate fact from fiction. In the midst of this swirl, Damon's rumored statement stands like a thunderbolt. He's a methodical guy, known for carefully choosing his words. So if he truly let slip that Affleck and Lively had a fling, it could mean he's reached a personal tipping point. Hollywood insiders gossip that Damon's moral compass couldn't tolerate the deception any longer, especially if he saw close friends like Jennifer Garner, or even the kids get hurt by Affleck's antics. On the other hand, there are cynics who suggest this might be a strategic move, timed to coincide with Damon's or Affleck's next big project. In showbiz, any publicity, no matter how scandalous, can spin into financial gain. But if that's the angle, it sure is a risky one, especially if it backfires into a permanent tarnish on Affleck's brand. Here's the question that's echoing through every corner of social media. Will Affleck finally break his silence? He's been known to issue public statements in the past, typically pivoting to a humble, apologetic stance when confronted with personal misdeeds. The difference this time is that the supposed betrayal doesn't just involve him, it also drags in Damon, Lively, Garner, Lopez, and possibly Reynolds. That's a whole lot of big names to coordinate, each with their own publicists, managers, and reputations to guard. One slip, and the entire story either collapses into fiasco or cements itself as cold, hard truth. Meanwhile, fans are torn. Some remain staunchly Team Affleck, insisting these rumors are ridiculous and Damon would never throw his friend under the bus. Others argue that Damon is simply championing honesty, tired of letting Affleck skate by while wives, girlfriends, and co-stars get played. Then there's the group that's mostly here for the tea, eager to watch the drama unfold, comment on every new leak, and wait for the next heartbreak or meltdown. In a culture that thrives on scandal, Affleck's predicament has become prime-time entertainment. But hold on, because what happens next could send shockwaves through Hollywood. So where does that leave us? We have a swirling tapestry of alleged betrayals, manipulations, and confessions. Matt Damon, typically the steady moral compass, is cast as the reluctant whistleblower. Ben Affleck, once lauded for his charm and talent, stands accused of weaving a personal life riddled with secrets. Blake Lively remains the rumored centerpiece of an old fling. Jennifer Garner, Jennifer Lopez, and Ryan Reynolds are tangentially pulled into the spotlight, forced to navigate the swirling waters of suspicion. Is Affleck's polished public persona about to be shattered for good? Or will the rumor fade into obscurity, chalked up to an overzealous gossip machine? Only time, and possibly a few more incriminating receipts, will tell. Until then, we're left grappling with a question that cuts to the heart of Hollywood's facade. Can you truly trust the image these celebrities present? Or is it all just a glitzy show hiding manipulative power games and heartbreak?